Hello everybody, this is Shraddha from Econstruct Design and Build Private Limited, and in this video I am going to tell you about Master Study Program in Structural Engineering. So before I start, I would like to tell you about Econstruct. Our company is into three services. The first one being the engineering consultancy services, the second one is construction, and third service is the corporate training exclusively for civil engineers. So in our first service, which is engineering consultancy, we majorly undertake design of independent house, villa, commercial complex or high-rise structures. We do architectural and structural consultancy work in our first service. In the construction service, we hold multiple government projects and private projects of independent house, commercial complex, high-end villas or the government projects. In the third department, that is corporate training, we facilitate lot of on-job trainings for civil engineers, and civil engineers come to us from pan-India and abroad for learning on live projects and gaining working experience through our master study programs. If you aspire to become a structural design engineer, or if you want to start your career or switch your career from some other line to structures, for example, some people may be working as site engineer who want to shift to structures line, then you should be asking two questions to yourself. If I want to shift my career to structures, then do I have the required technical skill sets, and do I have the relevant experience expected by the industry? The first thing, the technical skill sets doesn't mean knowing only one software or two softwares. Technical skill sets for structures means you should know the whole package of structural designing softwares. Then only you can start the project and submit it in any company. Knowing just one software will definitely fetch you a job, but it may not fetch you a responsibility job at a higher positions. You may be just working as a junior structural engineer, and if you do not improve upon your skill sets, or if you do not keep on upgrading your skill sets, then you will not be able to get a job at a higher level or higher position in any company. The second thing is the relevant experience, where many freshers say that they want to start career in structures, but they are not able to start because they do not have the relevant experience. So in this particular training program, we are going to give you a continuous working experience, the right environment and platform, plus would be giving you a lot of guidance of how exactly you have to prepare yourself in order to become or start your career in structural design engineering line. In this whole program, we'll make sure that we give you a strong foundation for building your structures career on this. And you all know what is the importance of building a strong foundation for your career. So before considering this training program, you should ask two questions to yourself. What is your current level in structural design engineering? What are the different structural designing softwares that you know at expert level? The second question you should ask yourself is, how many months or years of relevant work experience do you have in structural line, so that you can get a structural design engineer job anywhere in India or abroad? If you do not have relevant working experience in structures, then it would be very difficult for you to get a job. Even if you have 3 to 4 years of work experience on site, but then if you want to shift to structures, then it would be very difficult for any company to consider you an experienced person. Since structures is a very niche field, it requires a practice, knowledge, skills and experience, which comes only over the period of time. Hence, if you are considering shifting your career from site to structures, then you should consider that what is your current level and what are the different softwares that you should consider learning, so that eventually over the period of time you can start applying for structural design engineer position in different companies. So the training pattern of this whole program. This program has been designed very carefully by us. We have designed it as a combination of classroom training and practice session. The classroom training we have kept in the form of workshops, which are just 3 days in a month. It is generally falls on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, morning 10:30 to evening 6:30. And the practice sessions would come to you in the form of on-job trainings. Now, on-job training means working on live projects. We would be giving you a project and dividing you into a team, and as a team you have to submit the project within the time period which is allotted to you. This is how your practice sessions would be. During practice sessions, you would also have to do the projects alone, sometimes independently or sometimes as a part of team. Now the training pattern has been set in such a way that it gives you opportunity to work as a team member, sometimes to work as a team leader. These are the qualities which in today's world all the companies expect, whether the company is a startup or a growing company or a MNC. All the companies want any of its employees to have the leadership qualities, who can drive the team, who can complete the project from start to end, who is technically strong but also able to do the project as an independent individual or in a team. So this training program, hence the practice session has been designed in such a way which will not only make you technically strong, but it will also make you ready to deliver the project within the deadlines, which is very important in any company. Not only this, but practice sessions will also tell you what it means to work as a team or to work as an individual. The classroom training has been kept very minimal. It is just 3-day workshop conducted by our experts and only once in a month. Now some of you might question that why the classroom training is so minimal to 3 days in a month. The reason is very simple. Most of you who are going to join this course have done 3 years of diploma or 4 years of engineering and or MTech in structures for 2 years. So you have already sat in class during your technical training for more than 4 years or 6 years. After sitting in class and reading and knowing all the theory, it's very important now that you experiment on the live projects. You learn on live projects. Hence the training program has been designed in such a way that the classroom training, which is a workshop, has been kept minimal, and the practice session, which is on-job training, has been given more importance and time. Now I would like to give you an example that why the training pattern has been set in this way. As I have already mentioned that structures is a niche field which will come to you only and only with practice. Hence, if for example, if you want to learn how to drive a car, and if I make you sit in a classroom and train you, this is the driver's seat, this is a seat belt, this is indicator, right indicator, left indicator, this is the accelerator, brake. I might teach you almost everything in classroom. But with that kind of a training, will you be able to drive the car actually on the road? No, right? So what you have to do to learn car, you have to actually sit in the hot seat and try it and get the judgment. Structural engineering can be compared with this kind of judgment. It is a field of judgment and it comes to you only when you are in hot seat. That is the main reason this whole training program has been concentrated more on-job trainings. And on-job training doesn't mean that you get a complete spoon feeding from our side. There are certain activities in which you would be exploring things on your own, and this acumen will make you ready for the industry. Because tomorrow when you start working in any company, your seniors are just going to give you guidance and they are going to show you the path that how exactly and what exactly results and output are expected. You may not get somebody to sit next to you and give you a complete spoon feeding. In that kind of scenario, you will have to find out many things by yourself, have that inquisitive nature, and you should be able to know how to do things on your own. Hence, during this practice session, there are certain activities wherein you find out things by yourself also, and this acumen will definitely help you to survive in the industry once you step out of the training program. The second aspect while working with any company is if you have the right kind of technical skills. Let's consider that you have already learned all the structural designing softwares at expert level, but if you do not know how to do the technical reporting and presentation, then it would be definitely considered as one of the drawbacks for you as an employee of any company. Hence, we also concentrate on reporting and presentation skills during the practice sessions. As a civil engineer, who is your client? Your client throughout your career might be one of these, maybe a builder or a consultant or any other architect or an independent landowner. And these different set of clients of yours will require different type of reporting and presentation. So during this training, we'll make sure that you know how to deal with the client, how to do the presentation and reporting. These skills will be an add-on advantage when you go in any company and work. So this is about the training pattern, which is a combination of classroom and practice session. So now I will tell you about the master study program. In the very first month, you would be starting your training with 1 day of induction. During that induction, which is your very first day in Econstruct, we would sit with you and make a goal. Different varied variety of students come to us. Some students are completely freshers. Some would have done just diploma. Some would have done just B.Tech, or some are even M.Techs. As a fresher, you might have different kind of goals. Or if you are already working and switching your career, then it's a very big decision for you. Hence, you would be having a goal which is related to that. A different set of students who want to start something on their own, those who want to start entrepreneurship or something on their own, or even freelancing, they have different kind of goals. So whenever we start a batch, the very first day of induction, we start it with the goal setting session. You all would be setting your goals on the first day. We'll talk about what kind of habits you will have to adopt, or what habits you will have to give up to achieve your goals, and many other behavior training would be. And we would do your personality analysis, and we would work on many other things which will help you to right start your technical career. During induction, we will also tell you that during this whole 6 to 7 months, how your each week will be. Your complete weeks are planned by us in advance, and you will get a complete insight about each and every week in a step-by-step manner. On the very second day, you would be starting your first workshop, which is on ETABS basics, which is again 3 days. From morning 10:30 to evening 7:30, you will attend a technical session with our technical experts team. It will concentrate on making you expert on the basics. It will clear up all your basics and fundamentals on this software. Followed by this 3 days of ETABS workshop, you would be getting roughly 25 to 30 days of practice session, which is an on-job training. Immediately after 3 days workshop, you would be given your first live project. You would be divided into teams, and as a team, you will have to submit the project within 48 hours. The kind of projects that you do after your first ETABS basics workshop are independent house, commercial complex, high-end villa, or multi-unit apartment. These are the kind of small projects which you would be doing in the very first month after your first workshop. In the second month, we will take you to the ETABS advanced level. In the advanced level, we concentrate on high-rise structure, designing of up to G+62 story building you will learn in your second month. You would be doing multiple projects like G+5, 10, 20, 30, up to 62 story is the live project that our company holds. Apart from this, we will also take a G+100 story case study, which will help you in gaining experience on the higher level concepts in this software. This eventually will help you to crack any interview, whether it's in India or abroad, for little higher positions. Followed by ETABS Advanced 3-day workshop, you would be again getting 25 to 30 days of practice session, wherein you do all the high-rise structures projects. In the third month, you would be attending a 3-day workshop on SAFE. SAFE is a foundation and raft designing software from CSI. Followed by 3-day workshop on SAFE, you will again get 25 to 30 days of practice session. After the SAFE workshop, you would be doing multiple assignments of foundation and raft designing, even for high-rise structures or small projects. At the end of third month, you would have learned superstructure and substructure. So this is a complete package. You will be more confident in designing any building from substructure to superstructure. In the fourth month, you would be doing your 3-day workshop on SAP 2000, followed by which you would get 25 to 30 days of practice session, and the kind of projects you will do during your on-job training on SAP 2000 would be culvert design, chimney design, tank design, or bungee jumping design. In the fifth month, you will do one combined workshop on 3 softwares, which is CSI Bridge, RCDC, and Procon. After doing this workshop, you will be working on lot of miscellaneous detailing projects as well as bridge designing projects. Apart from these workshops, in the upcoming batches, we have added StatPro on demand. So in StatPro, you will be doing lot of miscellaneous projects, and those who need help in CAD at the beginning of the training, they would get a special attention or a crash course on CAD as well. By the end of these workshops and practice sessions, the first advantage you will get is you are no more considered a fresher in structures. because you would have done an independent house, high-end villa, commercial complex, high multi-unit apartment, high-rise structures, raft, foundation designing projects, culvert, chimney, tank, bungee jumping, bridge designing, and lot of detailing projects. After doing so many projects, first advantage is you would have successfully removed your freshers tag. Once the freshers tag is removed, getting a job will not be a problem for you. Not only this, but during these 6 months, you would have done all these multiple programs as a part of team. You would have definitely learned team spirit and the leadership qualities. Apart from this, there would be a lot of presentations that you will do in front of the whole team and in front of your fellow mates. During the presentation, lot of question answers would be there, and those question answers will definitely help you to know that how exactly you have to improve on your presentation reporting skills. Not only this, but each month you would be having a mass interview session. During the mass interview session, all your fellow mates would be sitting and our technical team would be shooting up questions. Those who know can just answer the question. Even if you don't know, you can just write down the question and answers will be told by our team at the end of the session. This particular exercise will be done every month. And with this, after attending at least 6 to 7 such interview sessions, you will definitely know what was your level in the first month and what's your level by the end of the training. You will have the reports of all these things with you, very handy, and it will help you to prepare in the right direction. So this is about the interview cracking session and the whole training program which I have already explained you. Now I would like to tell you about the examination or the assessment. Now please don't be scared about examination, because this is not like any coaching center exam or any engineering or MTech exam that you are attempting. You are actually preparing for all this throughout 6 to 7 months of training. Each week you are getting prepared for this. Doing projects is an everyday job for you and just any other day in Econstruct for you. This is not new for you. So during assessment you have 3 rounds. The first round is a written test, which is a technical test on whatever you would have learned during this 6 to 7 months during workshops and during practice sessions. It is generally a 3-hour test of 200 marks. The second round of assessment has a practical exam, which is again just another day for you in Econstruct. You will be given a project and within 48 hours you have to submit the project. The third assessment is a technical interview round conducted by our technical team. It is a combination of rigorous technical interview as well as HR round. So anyways, this is also will become easy for you because attending interviews would have become a very regular process for you. Right from the first month of your training, you would have attended multiple interviews here and you would have done a lot of assessment and report making for your interview sessions. This whole thing is definitely going to help you for preparing for your third round of assessment. Once you clear all the rounds, you would be getting certifications. The first certification that you get from us is a Master Study certification from Econstruct. The second certification that you will get is an experience letter. So whatever projects you would have done throughout this 6 to 7 months will officially get added up to the experience letter. This letter will be on our company's letterhead and all the projects done by you would be added up to this. So during this training program, if you do one project, then only one project gets added up to the training. From our side, we give you opportunity to do minimum 30 to 40 projects over the period of 6 to 7 months. Hence, you have attended the whole training program without missing anything. Then definitely you will be easily able to cover up 30 to 40 projects, which will get added up to your experience letter. Please note, we would give experience letter only and only if you have actually worked with us during this 7 months on each and every assignment that is given to you. And whatever number of projects you do, whether it is one project of 30, 40 projects, everything will get added up to your experience letter. The next thing that you get from us after the exam is one-to-one feedback. Now this one-to-one feedback is something that we will tell you your strengths and weaknesses that we would have observed over the period of 7 months. We would have seen you in different situations wherein you are submitting the project as a group leader. Sometimes you will be a team member, sometimes you would have done the project, and sometimes you would have excelled during our interview sessions, or any other activities that we keep conducting from time to time. During that time, whatever your skills, your strengths and weaknesses, whether technical or non-technical, we would be telling you that in a one-to-one meeting so that you can further improve upon it or know your strengths. The next thing that we would be giving you is a resume. Now, getting a job is a process, and it definitely starts with sending your resume or your portfolio to the HR. In any HR's inbox, there would be multiple resumes which would have come for the same position, for any job position. Now, your competition actually starts right from there. So if you have not written the email properly, the subject line properly to the HR, or if your portfolio or your resume is not so good, then you will not have chances of getting selected. You may have very good technical skills, but until and unless you present yourself properly in front of any HR or any company, you're not going to get the right kind of opportunity. Hence, we are going to handle this as well. We will make sure that your subject line of the mail that you send for when you're seeking for a job, or the cover letter or your resume is done up to the date, and it is done in such a way that it catches attention of any HR. So the first process in getting a job starts with getting shortlisted in the inbox of any HR. Hence, the resume that you will be building at the end of the training program will not be a plain text resume, but it will be a resume which is a visual resume or video resume. We also have our own studio wherein you can shoot a 1-minute video resume which can be sent to any HR, and he or she can get opportunity to know more about you, because in a video will say much more than what your text resume can say, and it will be very easy for any HR to shortlist you. Hence, we will emphasize on making a visual resume or an infographic resume which will also have snapshots of all the projects that you would have done with us, and your portfolio will really look very strong in terms of technicalities. Hence, the resume plus the video resume are the things which will definitely serve as the tools for your first breakthrough in getting your dream job. So these are the different supports which we are going to give you as a part of placement, so that you get the right job at the end of the training. Once you clear all our assessments and all your resume and everything is ready, then we would be routing you for different interviews in minimum 1 company to 3 companies. And most of our previous batches have got placed even by themselves. Honestly speaking, in this whole training program, our focus will be majorly on that whether you are technically skilled or not, or how exactly the interviewer or the employer is going to look at you. Because I can definitely tell you that in today's world, companies are looking for people who are not only technically skilled, but those who can drive the team and be a complete whole and soul package for the company. For example, if you are an employer and you want to hire somebody, then definitely you would prefer a person who is suitable for completing the project independently from start to end, or in another scenario, you prefer a candidate who can work in a team, drive the team as a leader and get the right output for the client. Or the third situation can be when your employer may expect that you should do the reporting, presentations to the client in an appropriate way. Now, in this particular scenario, your communication, confidence and presentation, these are the additional skill sets which are expected apart from your technical knowledge or skills. Hence, we are going to concentrate on these things throughout the training program. We are not bothered about your placements. We are more bothered that what kind of package you are for your employer. If you can be a 100% package for any company, then definitely you will be able to crack interview anywhere, whether it is in India or abroad, whether you are giving interview in a startup company, growing company or a MNC. It will not be a problem for you. The focus of Master Study program is in making you 100% employable. So now these Master Study programs only happen in our Bangalore branch office. The best time to start was yesterday, but the next best time to start is now. So pack your bags and come to Bangalore to start your career with us. See you soon in Civil Studio. Thank you very much for watching.
अर्निंग चाहिए तो लर्निंग करनी पड़ेगी, ज्यादा अर्निंग चाहिए तो ज्यादा लर्निंग करनी पड़ेगी, और लर्निंग के लिए Econstruct मास्टर स्टडी ऑन जॉब प्रोग्राम्स है ना। अगर आप सिविल इंजीनियर है और अगर आपको कोर टेक्निकल प्लेसमेंट चाहिए सिविल इंडस्ट्री में, तो ई कंस्ट्रक्ट के ऑन जॉब फुल टाइम ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स को ज्वाइन करके आप सिविल इंडस्ट्री में अपना पहला कदम रख सकते हैं। तो आज ही ज्वाइन कीजिए मास्टर स्टडी लर्निंग प्रोग्राम्स एट ई कंस्ट्रक्ट।